Slack bot pinged me 27 seconds before the CPU actually spiked. I was on call, watching CloudWatch and Chrome on my second monitor while VS Code sat open on Windows 11. The message hit on call -2 CPU 90% in 27s and I glanced at the graph. It was fine. Then the line jerked up like a heart monitor and the alarm followed, right on time. It happened again with RDS connections. DB prod connections crossing 227s. I scrolled through the metrics thinking it was a delayed alert from some stale webhook. 27 seconds later, the blue line crept over a red threshold. I typed in the channel asking who turned forecasting on. Our bot was called Stalk, a dumb app we wrote to post metrics to Slack and ping PagerDuty. We had moved to Datadog months ago and basically retired it. The bot's messages had Mira's fingerprints anyway. No caps, the weird -U's heads up would do anything again. The footer in the Slack attachment said like an in-joke none of us had with the bot. Mira built Stalk. She left the team in April, then everything went sideways in June and she was just gone. HR said respect the family's privacy. Her handle was deactivated. I went looking for a config change. GitHub Stalk repo. No new commits. Last one was mine, a readme update from March. I clicked around out of habit, then hit Ctrl+Shift+F in VS Code to search for predict across everything. Nothing that wasn't a comment. Slack admin showed Stalk is revoked under apps. No new token, no new installation. In channel details, the recent post came from Stalkbot with the same icon Miu picked, a little bird. Clicking the context menu to view message details showed a user ID that mapped only to the bot. But the raw JSON in our workspace export had user set to her old ID. I thought cockdrift and checked the easy things. W30 tutum/query/status on my box. In TP OK. Our EC2 instances were within milliseconds. CloudWatch's ingestion timestamps matched. But in the log event, there was a timestamp field exactly 27 seconds ahead of my local clock. I ran all's logs tail/or/lambda/stalk follow in PowerShell. Lines spilled by with Mira's voice typed into them like she was leaned over my keyboard. Heads up 502s will look bad, but they're normal. Give it 27. I opened CloudTrail and filtered assume role events. Something was assuming a role named Stalk Lambda role from nowhere I could tie down. Event time kept sorting above now even after I refreshed. Source IP read AWS internal. A function called Stalk Predictor was clickable in the event log, but our Terraform state had nothing called that. The Lambda console show function with inline code disabled, uploaded via a SIP last February. Last modified 3 minutes from now. The button to delete was enabled. I clicked it. It spun and gave me a green toast saying function deleted. Then it was still there. I downloaded the deployment package from S3. It let me, even though the bucket claimed object lock was in governance mode until a day 27 days ahead. The zip was just one JavaScript file. I opened it in VS Code and scrolled. There was no ML, no external API. It wasn't smart. It pulled CloudWatch every 10 seconds, pulled metrics from the last minute, extrapolated a slope, and if a threshold looked likely it scheduled the Slack message at T+27s using chat schedule message. It also watched the GitHub webhook feed we had set up last year for build statuses and stars and PR. At the top, a comment I'd never seen in our repos. If you see this, I'm sorry, I'm late. I took a screenshot before I could think better of it. Then I killed my extensions, everything, even the linting, because ghost text started appearing as I scroll, a faint grey that usually guesses your next line. It wrote, not default / breathe. I hadn't typed breathe in our codebase once. I opened a new file and typed nonsense, and the suggestion still tried to finish my sentence with Mira's style. I DM'd Jordan, our other SRE. Asked if he was seeing the prediction posts. He said no. For him, # on call was quiet. I pasted the screenshot and his typing indicator appeared, then stopped. Then he wrote that icon freaks me out tbh. He didn't see the timestamps hovering in grey for events that hadn't happened yet. He didn't get a ping when build tile 45 will fail hit the channel. I watched GitHub actions turn red in my other monitor 27 seconds later. I pulled up the Slack API logs. Admins get an audit feed for app actions. There was nothing. No chat post message calls from Stalk, no scheduled messages created. But my sidebar kept flickering with one new message whenever the next prediction landed. At 1:19 a.m., it went personal without pretending otherwise. Stalk opened a DM with me. The header read app, but the conversation began with hey. That was Mira's first word in every thread. Hey, step away from the keyboard, and 3 I did. I don't know why. My mechanical keyboard's RGB bled through to black like a slow blink. I wanted a rational angle. Ghosting accounts exist. Audit logs lie. Cox drift. We had killed off Stork. Maybe I missed a webcam in a forgotten lambda in a forgotten region. I searched all regions in AWS for Stork. Found nothing besides the phantom function that refused deletion. I tried CLI delete with region as East-1 as West-2 EU West-1. 200 OK, then it reappeared. I checked the times again. 27 seconds. Not 26 or 28. Exactly 27. Our application's health check interval in the ALB was 30 unless overridden. Mary used 27 everywhere in her sample configs. She joked about it being a safe number, not too soon to panic. Chrome autofill suggested Mira's deactivated email when I filled in a signy field in a GitHub issue. I deleted my cache to brutalize it out of me. It came back the next form. My cursor hovered over a sign to and VS Code pinged with a tiny suggestion in my open doc / it'll calm down in 27 it didn't. The predictions kept being small but right. A star on our repo. A PR opened from a name I recognized and hadn't seen in months. A stale in-text job restarting. The microwave in the break room down the hall beeping on camera caught by a Nest automation tied into a Slack channel I had muted and a message arriving first, BBX3 27. I watched GitHub Actions for a run called deploy prod. The bot said good green 27 and my chest hurt for reasons I couldn't justify. I tried the thing you do when you're superstitious and embarrassed. I wrote a message to her deactivated handle. Slack lets you, even if it goes into a void. I wrote, what do you want? The typing indicator appeared in my DM with Stork, not her. It said, just not to be late again then, when you finish reading this, look at the TS on the last message and hash on call I looked. Slack timestamps are effectively Unix time with microseconds. The last message said a minus 2 CPU 90% in 27s with TS set to 27 seconds in the future. The moment the seconds matched, my phone vibrated from the PagerDuty app. No one else acknowledged the alert before me because no one else had seen it early. I set up a filter to route Stork's messages to a private channel. I told myself I was containing a broken tool. I was also stealing it. Right now, as I record this, the DM is open. It's quiet and the typing bubble is gone. I'm watching the little active dot next to a deactivated account that should be grey. It's green, or I think it is. Maybe it's the theme. 30 seconds ago I got last one tonight, your cursor will pause here, and it did. The next message is already scheduled, the grey timestamp floating under it like a dare. It says, when you upload this, I'll say hey the status light is still green. I keep telling myself Slack is lying, or Chrome is caching dead icons, or my cock is wrong. I'm not going to test it, but the upload button is right there.